Hi all, welcome back. This is series 11 video part 3, and in this part we will discuss on the how to installation and configuration of Istio on EKS, and we will going to install Bookinfo application, and we will create the graph for the Kiali and Jaeger for that. So before that, I think last video we already discussed on how to install the EKS cluster that is created already. If you have not seen that video, please go and first complete that EKS cluster, then come back on this part, right? So agenda for discussion today. This some prerequisite, as I told that EKS is required and on one client machine is required for that, which is created in the last video. So please, prerequisite is required. You can see this is a EC2 Ubuntu client instance, series 11 part 2, and AWS EKS cluster, how to create on series 11 part 2. We will discuss on both on the last video, right? So after that, we will go and create download installing Istio. And we will deploy Bookinfo application, deploy and test. And we will go and open the traffic for outside and test it. And after that, we will go and installation of add-ons for dashboard like Kiali, Jaeger, and other tools also. And for accessing those dashboard, you can use your local system, or I've used EC2 Windows instance for that. This is only for that opening the dashboard. So opening the dashboard, we need to install something prerequisite like setup AWS CLI, kubectl, Istio CTL. We need to install it. I created a document on the GitHub. I will show you those things. And then after this setup we have done, we will go and connect to the EKS cluster from EC2 instance, which is cluster already created in last video. Then after connecting that cluster, we will go and open the dashboard for Kiali and Jaeger, and I will show some flow for that. So, and the last of that, we will go and delete application, add-on, and cluster. How to do those things, I will explain. So that is the prerequisite for that. And this is my GitHub URL where you will get service mesh. Istio is there. I've created this repository for that, and all those files are required. I will add it here. So let me open this repository first. I will explain first this repository. You can see here you can see this is a two applications, Bookinfo and boutique application. So in this video we are discussing Bookinfo application, and next video we will discuss on the boutique application. So I'm covering here at least two application. It will create a more concept and other things also, how to do those things. So two examples I'm covering on this Istio. And that is AWS CLI window 10 MD I've created for that. If you click on that, you will get it out. This steps for installing AWS CLI and Windows machine, and how to install kubectl Windows 10. You can see this is steps I've created, and then istio-ctl installation of Windows machine, right? So that is, you can see it here. We will discuss on that also. And this is the GitHub. We will discuss on that. So we have to create a Windows instance for that here. As I told in the here, we need to one Windows instance. So first we will go and create the instance because once it will take time to create that password generation for that for 5 minutes. So if we'll create first this one, then we will go and start those steps. And once we will reach it here, this instance will be ready, right? So let me first install create one instance over here, EC2 Windows instance. And if you can see here, this is steps for that. All those steps are mentioned here. So So nothing else. Create EC2 Windows instance. We will take Windows Server 2019 base. T2 micro is sufficient for this demo, and we will give the name Windows client or Win client for that. And only security group 3389 is need to open for connecting from our system, right? So first I will go and do this step. So let me open that. 1 minute. My system. This is my EC2 instance. In last video, we have created this Ubuntu client and two for the EKS worker nodes is created. And this cluster is created. For that last series, we will use the same cluster over here. So let me create one more instance here. Name is Windows. So 2019 base, I will take it. So let's go to the PPT. See this one. So let's go and connect it, right? Take this name. Oh, sorry. Win client. So free tier is okay, and default VPC is okay, and it will work on that root. This 30 is sufficient, and name is Windows client. Security group 3389, or I've created already for Windows security group. That is same 3389 is there. So let me go and launch it. So now instance is starting. So we will come back once we have done some before that step, right? So go back to PPT. Again, I'm coming back here, starting from here, this place. Yeah. So first step we will do is installation of the Istio. So what we need to do, we need to connect to the Ubuntu client instance, which we've created earlier last video. You can see this is my Ubuntu system. It is connected with the client, and you can see here it is showing all those things. Doesn't contain anything. It is only default cluster is there, right? So kubectl get nodes. So you can see 2 nodes are running ready, right? So it is a prerequisite for that, right? Last video I already covered up to this step, right? So that it's done. Now, if we'll go there and check the Istio, we need to go and install the Istio because Istio is not installed. So let me do it. And also it will create the namespace. So I want to show you namespace also. First namespace. You can see it is default namespace and 3 for the cluster, right? We don't have any other is known namespace. So let's go and install it in ls. I will show you. This is a last video. We'll install that things it is showing here. And let me install this to over here. Now you can see here it is installed Istio 1.4.14.3, right? And you can see it is showing Istio download completed. And next step it is showing that export this path. So let me do it path. Right now it is showing begin this to pre-installation check by the running, right? So the package is installed. Now we have to go and pre-check it, right? Copy and paste here. Let's see. You can see it is no issue found for checking the cluster because cluster is installed and everything is okay up to this place. So let me clear it. You can see we have done this step. So now we can see that installation of Istio. So first it is showing that how many namespaces are there. You can see all namespaces, cube systems, right? This is the ports and namespaces. I will show you again here. Again, we have only 4, right? So we will go and install it for Istio, right? So basically, it will go and create namespace for that. So I will show you now how many parts we have. You can see it will create some pods. You can see some pods are running for the cluster one, and it is installed, right? It is created some egress, ingress, at gateway install. So let me open this all namespaces. You can see it is created these 3 pods for that, which is running stage, right? So this pods are created, and namespace point of view, it will create one more namespace. See, it is Istio system is created, right? So this one is created, Istio system, and namespace we have done, right? So if you want to see whatever in the namespace, you can check the pods in the particular namespace, because this is command is showing is the all namespaces. Particular, if you'll see, okay, let me show you. kubectl get in the particular namespace which is created over here, Istio system, we will get 3 pods, right, which is created now, which is running. So we have done up to this place. Now move to the another. Now we will go and install the book info application. Before that, that one, I will show you what is the level over there, because you can see this is by default, in default namespace, no label is defined for that Istio. So we will inject in the sidecar proxy over there. So for that, we need to start the Istio injection. We need to enable that Istio injection in particular namespace. So currently we are using default ones. We will go and create the label only for that. If you want to use the another namespace, we can change the name, give the name for the namespace here and inject it. So it will only work on Istio injection will work only on particular namespace, right? So I am copying, I am doing it here. So namespace default is label, right? So now you can go and again show labels. You can see it is showing Istio injection is enabled. So now what will happen whenever it will create the pod now in the default namespace, it will inject the Istio proxy server, proxy container in particular pod. So it means it will create by default one container on each pod. That is called the sidecar or proxy, right? You can see, which already covered in the theory portion, right? So let's go and install that Bookinfo application. So let me go in particular, you can see this is the ls, and you can see when we're installing Istio, it is installing the samples also. So in under samples, we have a Bookinfo YML file where we need to deploy it. Or same thing, you will go in my GitHub, you will get it here from directly from Bookinfo, and path is Bookinfo platform, yeah, cube, and name is bookinfo.yml. This is the file which we need to go to deploy. Actually, this is a microservices. For that, it is command written over there. We will go and apply this command directly, or it will go and create multiple services over there, right? This is written over there. So this is the application. We are not going to details on that. We will just know to how it working for that. So just I'm running this one. It will go and create all those things. So currently you can see we have as we see, we only one default cluster or all. We don't have anything, right? Currently in particular namespace. So let me clear it. Now I'm running this script. It will create multiple container. So let me show you pods. You can see it is basically creating two pods. One pod for this application, one pod for the sidecar, which Istio will inject one container over there in particular pod. So each pod contain the two containers by default, right? So it is still initialized. It is creating that pod for detail, product page, rating, review version 1, 2, 3. This is a 5 services it will create. So let me show you service also. You can see it is a 5 services are created and services type is cluster IP. So you cannot access directly for that, right? So let me check whether pods are created or not. It is, you can see 2 pods are running, 2 by 2. So let me check all command. We want to check everything over here. See, I think it is not more clear. Let me do it again. Yeah. See, it is showing pods. 6 pods are created and services, 5 services are created, right? And there's a deployment for that services, replica set for that, right? So we have done done up to this step, right? Now verify the application. We can execute that particular application whether we are getting the title page or not. So let me accessing inside the container using exe command. So we can see we are getting the titles. So means our application is up to installed correctly, right? So for the Istio documentation, you can go directly to istio.io. Let me show you here. And documentation side, if you go over there, lots of concept examples are there. So I am taking same application, Bookinfo application from here. How it is working. This is a product page. I will show you this thing on same Kiali, right? This is a working for that. You go and just check that things and how to do those things. They written everything here. Automatic sidecar injection. Let's say Istio injection should be enabled, right? Same command is there written here. kubectl level name is by default. Istio injection enabled, right? After that, we will go and deploy it. What we have done, apply, and after that, you can see it is creating that services, right? And pods, everything is written here, right? And title, we will get it. Now we are coming on these steps. We will go and ingress IP and port. Then we will go one by one on same steps. You can follow this one or my slide. Everything written over there, right? So I mentioned this documentation link over in the last. We can go and check it out, right? Now, now we need to create the gateway and a virtual service for that, right? So for that, we have already sample application at networking Bookinfo gateway.yml is there. So just go and run it from here. So both are created. So if you want to see kubectl get gateway, you can see one. Okay, so you can see we have created one gateway here and go and check that virtual service. You can see we've created one service over there. This is created, right? So now we need to analyze whether we have any issue or not. Just analyze command is there provided by Istio CTL. So validation is done, right? Everything is working fine. Let me clear the screen, right? Now we need to check that ingress namespace. Just go and check those things. It is showing the namespace for that. It is a external IP. You can see this is showing the load balancer URL. So if you'll go over there in our console, let me go and open this console. I think VPC is not required. Let me EC2. I am showing you here. If you go over there and go to the load balancer, you can see this is load balancer is created by this Istio application, right? And it is created in 2 zones, right? So this is a DNS name for that, and same DNS name you will get it. We will get it from here. You can see. See this one. This is 64350. 64350, right? So we need to run directly application via this because we get that Ingress gateway for that. So just go and service like that. You can check the service or directly you can go and run this page. So let's check this page over here. I am running /product page. You can see this is a Bookinfo sample application is running. It is reviewer 1. It is showing refresh it. It is showing again. This is changing in the star again because we have 3 version of that. You can see 3rd version, right? And it is without a star. 3 version is there, and review is 3 version. So it is working. Application is working, deployed and working, right? From this. So we have accessed it from our system. So it is because we have created the Ingress gateway for that, and it is working, accessing to that one, right? So we need to install the add-ons for that because we need to access the Kiali. So let me show you the samples add-ons. What are the things are there in that samples are there. Let me simple add-ons ls it. You can see it is contain the I think more clear. I will use ll command, right? See. It is showing grafana.yml, Jaeger.yml, Kiali.yml, and Prometheus.yml. We can run all those four dashboard for that. I will open all those 4 dashboard. But before that, we need to go and run this file over there and execute those things. So pods will run for that, right? So for doing that, you can see we will bus show you the namespaces. Let me clear it from here. Sorry. Okay. Now you can see. It is showing services for that, and services you can see it is showing Istio Ingress Gateway, load balancer type, and this is cluster IP URL and the external IP URL. We are accessing through this, right? We have shown. Now, again, clear. Now we need to apply that add-ons. So it will go and create multiples. You can see Grafana, Jaeger, Kiali, right? And Prometheus, it is created. So let me roll out the Kiali, and after that we will go and check those namespaces. Check all services. It is showing because services will be created for that one also. So let me check this one also. See, this is the Kiali. It's created. This is cluster IP. and it is showing in the Istio system. I think it is. Let me clear it again. And kubectl get namespace. I think I will only explain the namespace. Will give the more clear. So just I need to show the pods over services for there, right? kubectl get spc Istio system. Now you can see it is looking Grafana created, Kiali, Prometheus, which will use an Jaeger, right? So this is created, but it is a cluster IP. So how to access it? So we will do to access those things, right? And check Kiali service type. We can go and check it also. This is only command for that. Kiali service, because we are only passing the Kiali. Kiali cluster IP, same thing, which is showing here, right? Same thing, we can do it. I think I will put this command over there. This is looking good. I missed it out here. I think it is giving more picture over there, right? Yeah. Oh. Oops. Okay. Now it is done, right? Now next step is we need to open all those dashboard. But for opening dashboard, we need to use the Windows system, because from this Linux machine we cannot open that. We need the local host to be run, right? So you can use either Windows EC2 instance, or you can use your uh, own system where you can execute those steps and you can do it. Any Windows system, I mean to say, you can use it, right? So what we'll do, we already created in starting up this video Windows instance. We will log in it and we will go first set up AWS CLI, then kubectl, then istioctl. The 3CTL, when we install, then we will go and open the dashboard, right? And steps I've already mentioned in my GitHub repo for that. So let's connect with the EC2 instance, then Windows EC2 instance, right? This is already launched, right? So Windows client, right? Connect. Get connected. Oh, I think I click on some other place. Okay, RTP client. Now get the password for that. Upload the it is a key which I am using over here. Now I got the password, right? Sometime actually password is created and taking time, so I have created this instance earlier. So it is connected. So what we need to do, go to the PPT first. This connected, right? Now we will go and create the one folder on the C drive. This name will be dashboard, right? So let me connect. After that, we'll go and install the Firefox, and we will go in and do those things, right? So let's connect it. It's opening. Yeah, it is starting. It is taking time because we have used only one core, 1 GB RAM is free tire, so it is running quite slow. But I think we will work on that one. Face not an issue on that. So first I will go and disable the firewall, because we will face the issue for accessing it. So let me do it first. And we need to create the first folder also. So I'm clicking on both one. So you can see here in the C drive, I will go and create one folder over there. Dashboard, right? So it is folder is created, right? Now I will go and this is a firewall, and I will just off that, disable it. No, no, you can see all are turned off, right? 3. Now we have done it. Now we need to internet security. We will get the issue. So now I'm just offing off it also. Internet Explorer is not supporting to opening the dashboard. So due to this reason, I'm going to install the Firefox. You can install Chrome, anything, whatever other Firefox you can install it. So just I'm downloading it. Done. It will take few seconds for installing it. Then let me check what we need to do. And after that, we will go and install the AWS CLI. So I will give you this test for that, how to do it. So let me open it here. Once it will install, then open in same browser. Let me open in meanwhile. Some of but not working. Yes, started right. Make Firefox my default. You can create the default one, so everything will open. Not required this thing. Okay, now I've already copied those things. Let me enter. See how to download it. Download the latest stable version from here, and this name is this MSI. Double click file and complete it. Just simple installation is there. So just click on that. It will install those things. Just open this folder. This is download folder, right? So just double click on it and install that. Simple steps are there, right? Nothing to do. Next, install. And after that, what we need to do, just we will go open the command prompt and just run AWS version, right? Finish. It's done. Let's check it. Okay, so you can see this is CLI version, Python version, all those versions installed, right? So we have done these steps. Now and now we need to configure our system also, AWS configure, right? So let me do it here. Same thing. Now access key ID, I have used in last one also, same access key ID I will use because we need to connect it from our cluster. So we need to provide details over there and just, and it is USist one. Okay, now I will check the users list, list users. We have 3 users in my account, so it's showing 3 users over there, right? And now we need to check where get the caller identity or not. This is also required. So we are able to access, right, caller identity. So I have done up to now. Download the kubectl. For this, I think we need to copy it from this place directly and run this in browser. So this is steps. You can see download the latest stable version from here, and file name it will show kubectl.exe. Now we will go to CD dashboard and run this command right over there. So let me do it. Click on that. Directly, this is showing the steps over there, or you can directly copy and paste on the control panel, right? Here, command prompt. So dashboard, I am here. So I will run it here. It will see, it will go install that kubectl.exe file, right? So that we have done. And after that, run this command we have done. Now set the environmental variable, right? We need to set the environmental variable for that. See dashboard, because I have created this folder in dashboard and I have added this exe here. So I will just edit system variable. See, environmental variable, I will go and add in the path. New C dashboard, right? So we have done, and next step it's written. Now we need to check the kubectl version, right? So let me check. I'm opening one more CMD. It is installed, right? Client version. We have done. Now I need to close all those windows. Because okay. Now we have done this one. Now next step, we need to install the Istio. Now for this, I created one more link for that on GitHub. Download the latest version from here, zip file. After zip, we need to unzip it. After unzip, rename the files and copy this folder into dashboard. That is like that. Okay. Now we will go and test those things. And same thing, we need to go and put this bin file into the environmental variable, right? So let's do it. It is multiple versions for all flavors, but we need Windows one, right? This one. So it copied here in the download folder, right? Let me unzip it. It is done. Now I need to copy this, I can cut it right in the dashboard folder. I'm putting a dashboard because you can create any folder over there and just give the path for that one. You can put anywhere in your system, not required to put this, give the same name and some same place, some doing the same thing anywhere. This is optional, but this path up to bin, we need to here is istio.ctl is there, exe file. So we need to give the path up to this place and set in the environmental variable, right? Okay, now we have done this thing, and after that we have set, I have written here, we have done. Now we need to check the istio.ctl version, right? So let me open CMD. It is showing this version 1443, right? So next step we need to check we have done. Now, as per the agenda, we have done EC2 system setup, CLI, kubectl, and istio.ctl. Now we need to connect to the EKS cluster from this machine. And after connecting to EKS cluster, we will go and open the dashboard, right? So for doing this cluster one and connecting this, make sure that this is a prerequisite for that AWS version should be greater than this 1.16. So let me check. Let again check what is the version. Our version is there. It is higher than that 1.17, right? It's two points. And second one, you can check this identity as the you have or not. Otherwise, you will not able to connect to the cluster, right? We have access, right? Now clear this screen. Now again, we need to connect to the cluster. We know EKS, AWS EKS region, which region your cluster is there, and we are updating the kubeconfig file and what is the name of the cluster name, because you will go and update the kubeconfig file where cluster. So you have a proper right for doing those things. Otherwise, we will get this over here, right? So it is added, right? So once it will added, so you will run any command over there because it is connected to the cluster and it is created a client machine for the Windows, right? Ports and all namespaces, everything we will get it here in this system. See, I think we have too much things. So let me do some smaller thing. Get all instead of all ports. See, we have already deployed our Bookinfo application. You can see this is showing here. Same service you can see, which is showing from here. So you can understand like that is the same system for Windows, which earlier version working as a here for that Ubuntu system. Same system we created in Windows, right? So now next step, we need to open that dashboard. This is dashboard command for istio.ctl we will use for that, and dashboard Kiali. So it will open the Kiali dashboard. So let me do it. So Kiali is running on that port 2201, right? 20,001. So it will go and open that. See, this is dashboard is open for the Kiali. And here we can track our microservices, how it is working, what is the flow, everything we can check it out here, right? So let's, it is showing last 1 minute and it will get refreshed after 50 seconds, right? So let me show you something, is namespace. We need to select which namespace we are using. You can see the default one, where our 4 applications are running, right? And it is showing status healthy, right? Let's click on that. You can see 4 uh, services are showing over there, right? Namespace, default, levels, details, right? Everything is visible. So you can see this namespace is selected by default, right? And graph, if you want to see the graph for that, you can see this is default and selected. And this is a different type of graphs, apps graphs, service graphs, version apps graph, and workload graphs, right? So it is showing last 1 minute, nothing is there. Let me check for last 5 minutes because we have not sent any request for that. So what we will do, we will create a request, right? So we can see here, we have a Linux console also here, and we will create a traffic for 100 requests. So 100 requests, we need to pass the load balancer URL over there, right? So first we will go this 100 requests for that, and we will create the URL for that. So I need to change the LB URL right here. So LB URL we have already connected with here. You can see this is our LB. Let me copy it. This connected, or you can go directly and copy this one and run it here. So it will also create a traffic from here. Multiple requests, we can do it like that. But for 100 requests directly, we can run using this command from here. It is running over there. You can see once it will complete the 100 requests completed, right? Now we can go and see the Kiali dashboard, right? You can see it automatically come all those things, right? And you can see services graph. We have 5 services showing over there, services, right? And apps graph, it is showing application graphs. It is showing workload graph for that, how it is working. It is showing the namespace, this is a default namespace, and our ingress gateway in Istio system is there. So it is showing in particular namespace, right? And this is comes under a particular namespace. If you select anything over there, you can see this traffic, how many traffic, how to trace it, something, everything is coming over there. It's selected different one. And version graphs, let me show you some more thing over there. Version app graph and display, what we need to display. We can see the traffic animation, how it is working. You can see over there. See, it is started, how traffic is going, right? So other thing, traffic distribution, how it is working. You can see here. This 16, 17, 80% is coming, 50%, this node 50 is coming here and 50 is divided over here, like that. It is balancing all those things, right? And other things, what we can throughput, traffic rate, we can add it, or security, you can check it out. It is secure. You can see it is showing. So you can just spend time over there and you can do it what thing you required for that. You can see it is showing now BPS that throughputs also, right? So apart from that graph, it is showing over this inbound, outbound roles and other thing. Multiple things are there. You can see traffics, how many load, if any any issue will come, then it will show in the red color instead of green, right? So applications, you can see workloads, what is showing over there, services and config file. It is showing Bookinfo. This is created to gateway and virtual server. It is showing in the config, right? So this is a small overview for the Kiali. Rest of things you can go and do it. You can see traffic increases over this time period, right? I think let me increase in 10 minutes. You can see it is showing because you have given 100 requests over there, right? So if you change because it is showing what is MTLS status is configured, you can see something over there. Nothing is displaying. So you need to explore those things and check the crops and other things. So same because it contains only few services over there. So in next example, next sorry, in the next after that next video, we will take the boutique application. It contained more than 7 or 8 services over there. So it will give the more different picture over in the Kiali. So we have done with Kiali. Let me open the Jaeger, right? So for opening the Jaeger, just same istio command, we will use the dashboard for that and Jaeger one, right? Because we're already running the services for all 4, right? So let me open the other one. So I think it will not run here. Let me open another window. It is running on different port. So port number, it will show it here. Or you can check in the services side also. It is running on 16686. Not it will go. It's going to open those things. See, it is open, right? This is Jaeger dashboard. Now we can just select default one, right? Because we are using default namespace, default service, and last hour we can find the trace also. See, we are getting this trace for the product page, and click on that. It will give the detailed description of that all those services, right? How much time is spent on that, how to give a detailed view of this Jaeger. You can see those details over here. Same thing, you can see it here anywhere. It is showing the detailed description, how many times I spent, what is the process, everything. You can check it out. Trace graph we can create here, right? All those services. Here multiple options are there. Track JSON, trace spend tables. So you need to explore those things. What is required, you can go and check it out, right? Everything is provided in minute level. So it's open now. We can go and check the Prometheus the same way. And Grafana, I will open it. You can see this is dashboard for the Prometheus. So you can check let me run the up command only here. You can see it is showing the query, right? So it is connected and working. And same way we can open the Grafana. So It is running on 3000 port, right? It is created. We can create your dashboard here. You can connect it. All those things, whatever you want to do, you can do it here, right? But mainly purpose of this demo, we want to show you the Kiali dashboard and Jaeger. So I have showed those things over here, but it's opening it. It depends on if you want to more explore the Grafana and Prometheus, you can go and do it. Those things, right? You can see traffic is running like that, right? So next, delete application add-ons and EKS cluster. So for doing that, we can go directly delete this Bookinfo application and add-ons and delete the cluster over there. Command is there. So, but I will not going to do this one because next video I am taking different applications. So what I will do, I will go only delete this Bookinfo application. So this node is already connected for that. So I'm going to delete it directly from here. This is services are deleted. Now you can see here Istio services, Istio system, it is showing, right? Now let me show you all services, then I think it will be more clear. All namespaces, right? So you can see here all those services for that application has been deleted here. Only we have add-ons and ingress one that is required, that is there. Other things are deleted, right? Because I will use the same environment for the next video, next part for part 4, where I will show you same thing, but only I will use that boutique application. This contain actually boutique application contains the more services that will give the different picture of that. So only this is the recap of that one, but I will show you this thing also, right? So thanks for watching up to this place. If you like this video, if you like, then like and subscribe my channel. And we will any query we will discuss later on that. And bye for now. We will discuss this boutique application in next video, next part, right? Thanks you.